Greetings, everybody. It's Jeffrey Guterman here in Studio B of the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. And we've got a ball game for you. Before that, I'm going to be going through advanced stealing in Strat-O-Matic for solitaire play. A little tutorial, if you will, as I'm preparing for super advanced. I just don't know if I'm up for that. But in any case, we're going to go through the advanced stealing in Strat-O-Matic for solitaire play. And we should start in about 10 minutes on that. So you can move this up to the 10-minute mark if you want to catch that right away. Today is the Detroit Tigers at the Cleveland Indians. The second of a two-game series. Tigers took the first game 11-1. Lolich got the win with a complete game. Tigers a half game behind the second place Boston Red Sox, and we'll be ready to get this going very soon. Stand by, please. And Kathy Harden has arrived. She's for the Tigers, and we're going to be having a tutorial at the top of the hour, Kathy. Shouldn't last long, 5-10 minutes, and then we'll begin with the ball game. A tutorial on advanced stealing in solitaire play for Strat-O-Matic. Jeffrey Guterman, Detroit. Jeffrey Guterman, Detroit. Kathy Harden, you have an open invitation for trivia. Open invitation. So the answer to that, and I'm going to tell you this, is always. I always want it. Okay, I hope that you never have to ask. You're a managing moderator here. Oh, we're all interested. Everybody likes it. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman. I thought what I would do is a quick tutorial on advanced stealing, and this is more for me than anybody else. So I'm going to open that up and go through this very quickly. And this is something that I set up today. It's a chart, and it's called Advanced Stealing in Strat-O-Matic for Solitaire Play. Now, this applies to stealing second base only. I rarely, and you can modify this as you see fit. I only, I rarely steal second or third, third or home, very rarely. And I believe the only difference would be these ratings. Now, the first thing is to check the runner's rating. The ratings below and the subsequent process examples refer to stealing second base, and see the basic chart for the runner's stealing rating when attempting to steal third and home. And as you can see, a AAA, which is very, very rare, is a 1 to 17. Even with a hold, they stay at 1 to 17. That's the only difference between that and AA. And the rest of the ratings are as follows. The first thing I like to check, even though, well, I do check to first see what the catcher's arm would be. And we're going to check the catcher's arm. And you'll see that in parentheses. Next to the rating. For example, Jim Price, as you can see, if you can see it, is a +1. Okay, Jim Price is a +1, the catcher. His fielding rating is 3. His arm is a +1. So I usually go something like, if it's an A, it's 1 to 15, being held 1 to 13. We'll get into that. And then we check the arm. So are they being held? Decide if you will hold the runner. In solitaire play, I tend to hold all A ratings and better automatically, but there are always exceptions, and this is your call as manager of the defensive team. Obviously, if you're playing solitaire, you're playing both defense and offense. When a B runner is on base, I have found that it is not a great idea to always hold them because what you're doing there is you're penalizing the defensive team by making a ground ball plus a single with 2 asterisks automatically in the event that that comes up. So what I do is I roll a single die, a 6-sided die, and a 1, 2, and 3 they're being held. A 4, 5, and 6 they're not being held. That's how I work that. Now, if the runner is being held, then make the following subtraction from the runner's stealing rating. And here, for example, if it's a B, 1 to 13, make them a 1 to 10. Okay? That's just an example. Now we check the catcher's throwing arm, and we add or subtract the catcher's throwing arm rating. So, you know, if it's a +1, going back here, you have a 1 to 13 minus 3 is a 1 to 10. Say it's a -1 arm, it's a 1 to 9. Okay? If it's a 1 to 15 and they're being held, which I basically automatically do, that's a 1 to 13. And then add or subtract the catcher's arm. If it's a -1, it would be 1 to 12. Now let me give you an example with 2 other aspects to this. The T rating of the catcher and advancing on a hit without an asterisk. A runner, here's an example. A runner is on first base with a B stealing rating. That's 1 to 13. A single 6-sided die is rolled to determine if the runner is being held. That's the rule I have. This only applies to B stealing ratings. A and better ratings are automatically held. With a B runner, the die reading is 2, as an example, and therefore he is being held. Adjust the runner's stealing rating to be 1 to 13 minus 3 is 1 to 10. Again, with the minus 3 referring to the hold adjustment. Now adjust for the catcher's arm. If the catcher's arm is +1, then calculate it as 1 to 10, that's after the hold, +1 is 1 to 11, with the +1 referring to the catcher's arm rating. Now the offensive team decides whether to attempt to steal or not. And again, remember, if they're being held, a ground ball plus is a single 2 asterisks. Now, once an attempted steal is made, if the 20-sided die is, this is where the T rating comes in. I haven't been doing this, so I'm going to start this. If a 20-sided die is a 1, 2, or 3, refer to the catcher's T rating. Roll the 20-sided die again. If the result falls within the catcher's T rating, then the catcher makes a throwing error when attempting to throw out the runner, attempting to steal, and thereby all runners advance an additional. So let's just give you an example. We had a B at 1 to 15, being held 1 to 10, with the catcher's arm, let's call it +1, 1 to 11, okay? Then we have the catcher T rating, and we roll the 20 die, and suppose the 20 die comes out to be a 1. Again, it's I forgot what I said it was, but if it's a 1 to 11, now that's going to be, not only is he safe, but because it's a 1, 2, or 3, we're going to look at the T rating of the catcher. And in the case of Jim Price, his T rating is 1 to 7. Okay, so therefore we roll it again, and it's a 12. So therefore, it is not a throwing error. It's as simple as that. There's one more rule. And I have other advanced nuances that I need to go over in the future because I see that I'm not doing all of them. Not all, most of them, but not all of them. When a runner is on first or second base, make the following calculations to the runner's rating to determine his chances of advancing additional base. This is like when you get a single no asterisk. If the runner on first or second is held, it's -1. And if the runner is not held, it's +1. And that sort of offsets each other and adds an additional element to the advanced game. So those are the two things I need to keep cognizant of. The T ratings, because I do the other second nature, the T ratings and the running ratings, subtracting 1 when held and a +1 when not being held. And of course, you can't exceed 19. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was somewhat helpful. I went through it rather quickly. And in just a couple of minutes, we'll have the starting lineups. Oh, that is good coffee. Well, welcome to Cleveland Municipal Stadium. Jeffrey Guterman here for the Start of another game. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, Studio B, and let's look at our opening lineups. For the Detroit Tigers, leading off in right field is Mickey Stanley. Batting second and playing shortstop, Tom Tresh. Batting third and center, Jim Northrup. The cleanup hitter at first, back in the lineup, Norman Cash. Batting fifth in left field, Willie Horton. Batting sixth at second base, Tommy Matic. Batting seventh at second base, Don Wirt. Jim Price, the catcher, batting eighth. And the pitcher batting ninth, going for his seventh. Oh shit, I'm so sorry. I made a mistake. I wrote Lolich in there. It's McLean. Denny McLean. I have Lolich on my brain. I don't know why. Let me just make sure those are the amount of wins. I probably got that part right. McLean indeed has 16 wins. So we'll fix that. For the Cleveland Tribe, it's going to be Jose Cardinal leading off in center. Frank Baker batting second in left field. Duke Sims catching. Tony Horton, the cleanup hitter at first base. Hawk Harrelson in right field batting fifth. Larry Brown batting sixth at third base. Vern Fuller at second. Eddie Leon batting eighth at short. And the pitcher batting ninth, Louis Tiant, and he has 10 wins on the season. It's McLean for Detroit and Tiant. And look for the trivia questions from Kathy Harden. And Cleveland takes the field. Louis Tiant on the mound. Catching him is Sims. Horton at first, Fuller at second, Brown at third, Leon at short, outfield left to right, Baker, Cardinal, and Harrelson. And leading it off for the Tigers, Mickey Stanley. Oh, that is very, very good coffee. Okay, Tiant is ready. Here's the windup. And again, I have to be cognizant of T ratings and the advancement, the running ratings on no asterisk hits. And I'll run through all of this if you want. Well, I usually say it out loud anyway, but I'll really emphasize it this game. Here's the pitch to Stanley. That's 6'10" right-handed, grounds it to third X. That's for Brown, a 332. That's 18-3. It's a G1. Brown, an E32, 4.710. And he throws him out. And there's one away. And we are underway. I got his name wrong again. There it is, McLean. God almighty. Something wrong with me today. Here's Tresh now. Tiant, the windup and the pitch. That's 410, switch hitter batting left, fly ball center X. Getting under that Cardinal 2-7. 18-2. F3, E7, 6-9, 10. And he makes the catch, 2 away. And here's Jim Northrop. El Tiante on the mound. Okay, here's Tiante. The wind-up. Pitch to Northrop. That's 3-7 right-handed, struck him out. And on an El Tiante. And the side is retired after a half. Detroit nothing, Cleveland coming up. Here's Denny McLain now. Catching his warm-ups is catcher Jim Price. It's Cash at first, Matic at second, Wirt at third, Tresh at short, outfield left to right, Willie Horton, Northrop, and Stanley. And leading it off is Jose Karl, bottom of the first. Again, Tigers took the first of this 2-game, 11-1 on a complete game win by Lolich. Here's McLean. That's 4-3 right-handed, fly ball right X. Stanley, a 1-6, getting under that. 15-1 F3, E6. And he makes the catch, 1 away. Here's Frank Baker. McLean gets the sign from Price. The windup and the pitch to Baker. That's 5-12 left-handed, grounds to second X. Matic 322. 7-3. G3, E22, 6-9, 10. And he throws him out, 2 away. Now Duke Sims. With 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the first. No score here. Pitch from McLean. That's 4-4 left-handed. That's a ballpark. The 2, that's going to probably go through in Cleveland. And it does, easily. A 2-out single by Duke Sims. Sims on first, 2 down. And here's Tony Horton. McLean from the stretch. .18, right-handed, grounds it to short. Sims was not being held, by the way. And like I said, with the first baser, I might show you he's an E. So, you know, I hold A's and better, and then I roll to see if B's. So it does not come into play on a 1 because he's not being held. It's a ground out to short with a plus there. It would have been a single advance, too, if he were being held. So it is a grounder to short, stopped by Tresh, and he throws Horton out. The side is retired. No runs, one hit, the single by Sims. We've gone one, and this is a scoreless ball game. El Tiante steps out for his second inning, retired the Tigers in order in the first. Here's Norm Cash. Okay, El Tiante, the windup and the pitch to Cash. That's 211 right-handed, and that's a ballpark. It's 1-13 on the left-hander, and that's a leadoff single by Cash. Here's Willie Horton now. Tion from the stretch. And the pitch to Horton. 4-9 right-handed. That's a ballpark blast by Horton, right-hander. And it's a long fly ball to left on the ballpark blast in Cleveland, and it's a ways out there in left field. 1-2 gone. Fly ball to left, the rest. And Cash will hold, 1 out. A long out for Willie Horton. And here's Tommy Matrick now. Tiant. And the pitch to Matrick. That's 4-11, left-handed, fly ball left X for Baker. .415. .18.4 F2. E15 6.910, and he makes the catch on an F2. I think the runner on second may tag. Let's take a peek here. I don't think so. Cash 1-12 will hold. Actually, the runner on first cannot. I thought it was the runner on second. There was a runner on second. Okay, Don Word now. 2 outs, Cash on first. The pitch from Tion. That's 2-4 right-handed, grounds it to first for Horton. He scoops it and takes it to the bag, and the side is retired. No runs, the single by Cash. We're in the middle of the second. It's a scoreless ball game. And here's McLean now for his second inning. Hawk Harrelson to lead it off. McLean, the pitch to Hawk. 4-7 right-handed, struck him out. First strikeout for McLean today. And here's Larry Brown. The windup by McLean, the pitch to Brown. That's 3-7 right-handed. That's a base hit for Brown. So Brown on first with one out. He's a C. I don't hold C's, folks. If we were, it's 1-7. Since we brought this up earlier, it's a -3, I'm sorry, on a C. So that's a 1-8 with the arm of Price +1, 1-9. Okay, Brown on first, one down. Here's Vern Fuller. Here's McLean from the stretch. 7, right-handed, and that's a fly ball to left. We'll start including that also, where it's a question mark on the tag, which I'm not doing. That's 2 outs. There are a lot of little rules of advance that I still don't do. So before I move on to anything super advanced, you rest assured I'm gonna get down all of the advanced. So I have a lot of work to do. The fielding chart is about the only thing I've really done in advanced. Actually, that's super advanced, the fielding that I'm doing. 2 outs now, Brown on first, and here's Eddie Leon. The pitch from McLean. That's 3-2 right-handed, popped it up to second for Matic, and the side is retired. No runs, the single by Brown. Left on base, we've gone 2, and it's a scoreless ball game. Now we move to the top of the third, Tion now. You just let us know, Kathy, okay? I'm gonna just sit back and wait for your indications as to whether if and when we get a question. Here's Tion on the mound, his third inning. Price at the plate. Tion into his windup, and the pitch to Price. That's 2-2 right-handed, lines it to third, caught by Brown. 1 out. And here's Denny McLean. Okay, Kathy. No problem. The pitch to McLean. That's 4-9, right-handed, and that's a ballpark blasted by McLean, but he does not have the power. Let's see if it'll be a base hit. 4-9, right-handed. He is a right-handed hitter. And no, that will be a long fly ball to left, caught by Baker. 2 outs. And Mickey Stanley is the batter. Stanley 0 for 1. The pitch from El Tiante. 6-5, right-handed, grounds to short X. Eddie Liana, 438. G3, 38. 6, 9, 10, getting a lot of those. E38, 10, and he throws him out. A 1-2-3 for Tiant, and he's been tough today. He's allowed no runs, 1 hit in 3 innings. We move to the bottom of the 3rd. Here's McLean. Tiante will lead it off. He is a 7 NR hitter. Okay, here's McLean. Ready, and the pitch to El Tiante. Right-handed hitter, 2-6, and it's a base hit for Tiante. Off his own card. Tiante on first, nobody out, and here's Jose Cardinal. Cardinal flew to right in the first. The pitch from McLean. That's 6-10, right-handed, fly ball center X. Northrup, 3-6. $20 and a 3. F3. Northrup E6, 6-12, 14. And he makes the catch on an F3. The runner will hold. 1 out. Tiant still at first. Here's Frank Baker. McLean now. Pitch to Baker. 1-4, right-handed, grounds it to second. Matic throws to second, and Tiant is on second base, 2 outs. He throws to first, I'm sorry. So it's 2 outs with Tiant in scoring position, and here's Big Duke Sims. Here's McLean. And the pitch to Sims. That's 6-5 left-handed. Hit well. Sims has the power, and it's going to fall in the gap for a double. And Tiant scores. Sims' second hit of the ball game. He singled in the first, was left on. Again, it was a 6-5 left-handed double to knock home Tiant. It's 1-0 Cleveland. Sims on second. And Tony Horton is the batter. Here's McLean now. .6'3", right-handed, and that is a ballpark. Right-handed, ballpark 18. That is against a right-hander, a liner to short. Caught by Tresh, and the side is retired. So it was hard hit, but didn't make it through. Side retired. It's 1 run on 2 hits and 1 left on. We've gone 3. It's 1-0 Cleveland. We'll be back in a couple minutes. After this short break. Kathy Harden for the Tigers. We have a Kathy Harden for the Tigers, folks. We'll be right back. Oh, that is good coffee. Wow. Oh. Yeah, Jeffrey Gooderman back here in Studio B. Just trying to get through. And El Tiante takes the mound. He's thrown 3 scoreless. 1 hit allowed. It was the single to Cash in the second. He's the only base runner. And here's Tom Tresh to lead it off for the Tigers. Again, the Red Sox. Another good reason for Kathy Harden to be rooting for the Tigers. Red Sox have passed Detroit. They are in second place, a half a game ahead of Detroit. Forget about it. Baltimore has already clinched first. So the Tigers trying to hold their tie with Boston. Here's Tiante now. The windup and the pitch to Tresh. That's 3-7 right-handed. Popped it up to first for Horton, Tony Horton. And that's 1 away. Now Jim Northrup. El Tiante now gets the sign from Sims. The pitch to Northrup. That's going to be 1-4 right-handed. Hit deep by Northrup. Way back into right field. And it's gone. A home run by Jim Northrup to tie up this ball game. Right off El Tiante there. 1-4 right-handed. Clean. It's 1-1 now. For Jim Northrup, that's home run number 16. Number 16 for Jim. And here comes slugger Norm Cash. One out, nobody on, 1 in. Again on the home run just now by Northrup to tie the game. Oh, that is good coffee. El Tiante now. The windup and the pitch to Cash. That's 3-7 right-handed. Grounds it to second. For Fuller, he fields it and throws it to first, 2 away. And here comes Willie Horton. Horton flew to left in the second. Tiant gets the sign. And the pitch to Horton. 6-11, right-handed, fly ball center. It's a can of corn for Cardinal, who makes the catch, and the side is retired. But it's 1 run on 1 hit, a home run by Northrup, his 16th. We're in the middle of the 4th. It's a tie ball game, 1-1. McLean on the mound. Leading it off, Hawk Harrelson. The windup by McLean and the pitch to Harrelson. .49 right-handed, grounds to short axe. Tresh a .322. Going to be a G3 ground ball, and he's thrown out by Tresh, 1 out. And here's Larry Brown. Brown singled in the second, left on. Here's the pitch to Brown. That's 310 right-handed, and that's a drive hit out into left. Running for it is Willie Horton, and he makes the catch. 2 away, a nice catch by Willie. 2 down in the Cleveland bottom of the 4th, and here's Vern Fuller. Denny McClain now. And the pitch. 410. Right-handed, grounder to short X. That's for Tresh, 322. G3. 15. Oh, and he boots it. It's a G3 error. With 2 outs, that'll put Fuller on. First error of the ball game. Fuller on first. He's look at him, for example. We haven't had many base runners, but for the stealing rule, which I could show you, D, we're not holding them, so we just bypass all of that. But again, if we're playing that super advanced version, we're going to be, that advanced version to its fullest. You're going to add 1 to the running rating when not being held. Just like we add 2 with 2 outs. Just another nuance, another layer to add to the game. Here's Fuller on first, 2 down, and Eddie Leon at the plate. The pitch from McClain. That's 210 right-handed, and that's going to be a base hit for Eddie Leon. With 2 asteroids, Fuller goes to third. First and third, 2 down. And El Tiante, a good hitter. Look at that again, by the way. 210, double 1 to 4 was a 20. Leon on first, again, not being held. You could steal him all you want. He'd be a D 1 to 9 with Price 1 to 10. I don't think so. Okay, El Tiante. He singled and scored the only run for Cleveland. He's a 7 NR at the plate. He's a good hitter. 2 outs, first and third, McClain. The pitch to Tiante. That is going to be 6-9. Right-handed. Fly ball center field for Northrop. And Northrop makes the catch, and the side is retired. It's no runs, 1 hit, the error. And 2 left on. We've gone 4. It is still a 1-1 ball game. And we hope you're enjoying it here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. El Tiante, his first endurance is the 7th. He didn't have a great year. He was 9-20 for a lousy team, 3.71, and allowed a load of home runs. El Tiante, he pitched well last game, as my memory tells me. Here's Strat-O-Matic to lead it off, left-handed hitter. He flew to left in the second. El Tiante into the windup. And the pitch to Matic. And that's going to be 3-9 right-handed. Fly ball left. Baker is under it. And there's one away. Here's Don Wirt. Okay, El Tiante now. The windup, the pitch to Wirt. 4-8, right-handed, walked him. So Wirt is on a 4-8 base on balls, and here's Jim Price. Wirt at D. See, they don't have anybody who I would steal with. You see that? Nobody. Jose is stealable. You see that? Jose Cardinal, a double-A. Maybe he'll get on. We'll see some of that in action. Harrelson's a B. That's surprising to me. Here's Jim Price now. With Wirt on first. We're all tied at 1 out. Wirt on first after the walk. The pitch to Price. That's 2-9 right-handed, struck him out. Second strikeout for Tiante, and here's Denny McLain. McLain at 2 WR. He flew to left in the third. Here's Tiante now. The pitch to McLain. 3-8, ground to the third. Larry Brown has it, throws it over to Tony Horton, and the side is retired. No runs for the Tigers. The walk, left on base, middle of the fifth. It's a 1-1 ball game. Here's McLain. Jose Cardinal will lead it off. He's 0 for 2. McLain is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Jose. That's 1-7, and that's a grounder to second for Matic, who throws Cardinal out. That's one away. Maybe we'll get another chance later to get him on base. Here's Baker. McLain and the pitch. That's 6-6, left-handed. And that is a drive hit out to right. Going for that is Stanley, and he catches up with it. 2 down. And here's Duke Sims. Sims 2 for 2. A single and a double left on both times. He did knock Tiante home with the double in the third for the only run for Detroit. One 9 here, there it goes. Duke hits it deep. Oh, Duke has hit it deep to right field, and it's gone. A home run by Duke Sims. And he's 3 for 3 for the day. That'll put Cleveland ahead 2-1. Look at that again. 1-9 right-handed. Home run clean. For Duke, I believe he had 27. Let's see. No, he had 18. I'm sorry. But that was only in 326 at-bats, folks. Duke Sims with the home run. Now he has a single, a double, and a home run. Makes it a 2-1 ball game. For Sims, that's number 22. And here comes Tony Horton with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-1 ball game now. Here's McClain. The pitch to Tony Horton. That's 3-6. And that's a ballpark, and that's not going to do it. That's going to be deep to left, but playable without looking at the chart. Willie Horton getting under that. Now let's look at the chart. Again, 3-6. Ballpark smash. Right-handed hitter in Cleveland. It's a 1-2 gone. Fly ball left the rest, and it was a 20. So a long fly ball to Willie Horton. He's caught a few of those today, or 2 of those, now 2 of those. And the side is retired. Almost back-to-back home runs there. It's 1 run on 1 hit. The home run by Duke Sims, who's 3 for 3 today. We've gone 5. It's a 2-1 ball game. Here's El Tiante now. He'll face the top of the order. Stanley is 0 for 2. El Tiante. The pitch to Stanley. Whoops. That's 1-6 right-handed. Fly ball left for Baker, 1 out. Now Tom Tresh. He's 0 for 2. Switch hitter batting left. Pitch to Tresh. That's 5-10. Switch hitter batting left. That's a ballpark. Switch hitter left-handed. And it is a base hit. 1-16 on a 4. So Tresh singles. He's the tying run. And here's Jim Northrup. Left-handed hitter. Northrup hit the home run in the 4th. It's the Tigers' only run. He struck out by Tiante in the 1st. Now Tiante with Tresh on first, 1 out. And the pitch to Northrup. That's 3-8 right-handed. Struck him out. Oh, he got him. 3rd strikeout for El Tiante, 2 down. And here's Storm Norman Cash, left-handed hitter. Norman singled in the 2nd, grounded to 2nd in the 4th.
Make the olive.
Stand by, please. It's Tresh on first, 2 down. Cash facing Tiante. Here's Tiante now. And the pitch to Norman. That's 3-6 right-handed. Struck him out. And the side is retired. That's the 4th strikeout for El Tiante. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th. We'll take a break during the 7th inning stretch. I think I've had it with the coffee. Denny McClain now. In his 6th inning, he's allowed 2 runs in 5 innings, including a home run by Duke Sims. Hawk Harrelson to lead it off, 0 for 2 here. McClain. And the pitch to Hawk. That'll be 2-8 right-handed. Fly ball, left field. Willie going for it. He can't get to it. It drops in. And it's going to be a double for Ken Harrelson. Look at that. It was a 2-8 right-handed. Double 1-2, and that knocks in there with a 1. A leadoff double by Hawk Harrelson. And now Larry Brown, the batter. McClain trying to settle down here. Brown 1 for 2. Here's McClain. Maybe I'll do a trivia question during the 7th inning stretch, Kathy. Here's McClain now, the pitch to Brown. Maybe, I'll see. 2-11 right-handed, grounds it to second. That's right to Matic. He holds Hawk Harrelson and throws Brown out at first, 1 out. Do it right off the top of my head, too. Here's Vern Fuller now. Vern Fuller, 0 for 2 today. Flew to left, reached on the error by Tresh and was left on. Hawk in scoring position. Here's the pitch to Fuller. And that is 5-6 right-handed. Struck him out. McClain reaching back. That's his 2nd strikeout of the ball game. 2 down now on a clutch situation for Eddie Leon. Eddie, a good clutch hitter. Eddie is 1 for 2. McClain gets the sign from Price. He's set, and the pitch to Leon. Boy, do those roll good. 4-2 right-handed, walked him. That'll make it 1st and 2nd with 2 outs, and here's El Tiante. I'm telling you, this guy is as good as almost anyone on the bench, if not better. He's a 7 NR. McClain had better be careful. Clutch situation. Here's McClain. And the pitch to El Tiante. That's going to be 2-7. Fly ball center field for Northrop. And he's getting under it. And Northrop makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs. The leadoff double by Hawk. The walk to Leon. Both left on by McClain. We've gone 6, and it is a 2-1 ball game, Cleveland. Both pitchers pitching very nicely today. And El Tiante will start his 7th. This is his 1st endurance inning. Horton will lead it off. We'll look at our schedule after this half inning to see what's coming up, probably tomorrow in the Sunday morn. Horton 0 for 2. El Tiante, the windup and the pitch. 6-11 right-handed, fly ball center for Cardinal. And Jose makes the catch. That's 1 away. Now Tommy Matic. Matic 0 for 2. El Tiante. For 3, left-handed, grounds to first X. Tony Horton, 415. Nine-4, G3, E14. I'm sorry, E15. Six, 10, 13. And he takes it to the bag, 2 away for Don Wirt. And don't underestimate Don Wirt. He's hit some home runs recently, some very big ones. He had 14 in only 423. Wirt 0 for 1 and a walk. Tiante gets the sign from Sims, the windup, and the pitch to Wirt. 311. That's a ballpark, and that's going to be a base hit for Wirt. We're pretty damn sure. Right-hander ballpark, yes it is. So Wirt on first with 2 outs. He's the tying run, and it's Jim Price. Price has some power. El Tiante trying to get out of this here in his first endurance inning. Here's the pitch from Tiant. 1-5. And that is a base hit for Price. Wirt, round second, goes to third. And one more hitter walk. Tiant is fatigued. Tiant went all the way. It was a 5-2 win for Cleveland in real world. This was a 1-5 right-handed. I think, let's see who's going to be warming here. It's Juan Pizarro, who came from Oakland. Okay, here's McLean now. He's going to hit. It's only the 7th. Different game back then, folks. First and third, 2 outs. El Tiante from the stretch and the pitch to McLean. That's 4-8. Right-handed, walked him. And that's it for El Tiante. How do you like that? El Tiante with the lead. Reaches fatigue. Isn't that interesting? El Tiante is through. He's the winner of record. He could be the loser if Stanley comes through. He pitched 6 2/3. He allowed 5 hits. He walked 2, struck out 4, and has allowed 1 run thus far. A very, very tight situation for Juan Pizarro. He's a left-hander coming in to face Stanley. It's about all they got who's worth anything. Just want to double check that he was with Cleveland until right the end of the season. Otherwise, we don't know. I know there's a log that you can check, but I am not. Boy, did he play a long time. He did end up on Cleveland. Actually, he ended up on Oakland. Jesus. I'll keep playing him until he shows up in relief for Oakland. That's what I'll do. Okay, that's what I'll do. I don't think that's such a bad deal, is it? So here's Juan Pizarro. Whew, and Mickey Stanley in a clutch situation. Stanley, Pizarro is the left-hander, but that's who they're bringing in. Stanley, a good clutch hitter. Here's Pizarro now. Bases full, 2 outs. The pitch to Stanley. That's 4-6, right-handed, walks in a run. And that will tie the ball game. Juan Pizarro, 4-6, right-handed. And that will be charged to Tiante. Base is still loaded. I guess you could call it a clutch walk. It's a great freaking game run, McGrath. It is a great freaking game indeed. You're so right again. Juan Pizarro. Trying to settle down here. Here's Tresh now, 1 for 3. Now Tresh switch hitter batting right here against Pizarro. Fans starting to boo here in Cleveland. Pizarro from the full windup here with the bases full and the pitch to Tresh. He stays with Cleveland until the 20th or thereabouts. Joel Horland, thank you. Thank you. That helps. I should write that. That'll help. Keep me tracking that. Okay, Tresh switch hitter batting right against Pizarro. Here's Pizarro now. Tie ball game. The pitch to Tresh. That's 3-8. Left-handed, popped it up to first. And Tony Horton makes the catch. The side is retired, but there goes the win from Tiant. It's anybody's ball game now. There was 1 run on 2 hits, 2 walks, and 3 left on. And in the middle of the 7th inning stretch now, it's a tie ball game, 2-2, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes or so, give or take. First game with Oakland, September 23rd. Okay, I suppose I could go till the 22nd, though, right? We'll go to the 20th. And so there's the tale of the game there. I'm going to stretch my legs. I'm going to take a little walk outside. And when we come back, we'll continue this ball game. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Maybe I'll go for one more little cup of coffee and we'll get back to this ball game. Even though I really don't feel like it. No, I won't. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish this game without coffee so long as it doesn't go into extras, then I'll make coffee. And then I will start a new broadcast which is called Fortifying My Understanding of Advanced Strat-O-Matic Baseball, where I will be perusing the advanced rules live for my own benefit, encouraging live chat and smoking weed by me, not by others. Well, we're heading to the bottom of the seventh. It's a tie ball game, 2-2, and Denny McClain, he's gone all the way. His first endurance is not until the ninth. And it's the top of the order. Jose Cardinal will lead it off. He's 0 for 3. Like to see him get on base so we could review the stealing rules in advanced baseball, not super advanced. Here's McClain, the windup and the pitch to Jose. That's 3-9 right-handed. He chops it to second for Matic, 1 out. And Jose is 0 for 4. Here's Frank Baker, 0 for 3, with Sims on deck. Sims 3 for 3, a single, a double, and a home run. Here's McClain. That's 3-4, right-handed, grounds it to first. For cash, he takes it to the bag, 2 away. And here's Sims. Now, there is a chance for a triple, 1-3, and that's it. Sims has none of them on his card. And then he would have the cycle. He has a better chance of hitting a home run against McClain. I'm sorry, triple, yeah. Triple right, left-handed, yeah. Here's McClain now. The windup and the pitch to Sims. That's 3-6, right-handed, grounds it to first. Again, cash, and he takes it to the bag, and it's a 1-2-3 for McClain, looking stronger than ever. We've gone 7, it's 2-2. Here's Juan Pizarro in his first full inning of relief. His endurance is 3. He pitched 1/3 of an inning in the 7th. Northrup will lead it off. He homered in the 4th. Oh, Lord. Okay, here's Pizarro. The windup and the pitch to Northrup. 3-6. And that's a base hit for Northrup against the left-hander. He's the go-ahead run. Now here's Stormin' Norman. Lefty-lefty here. Pizarro from the stretch. Cash 1 for 3 today. And the pitch to Cash. That's 3-3, left-handed, and he hit him. Pizarro hit cash. That'll be first and second. Nobody out for the dangerous Willie Horton. Horton 0 for 3. Pizarro gets the sign from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Horton now. That's 4-9 right-handed, hit deep. And it's a 3-run home run by Willie Horton. He did it again. Horton has done it again. He hit a walk-off a couple days ago, couple games ago, and he now hits a 3-run home run off of Juan Pizarro to open up the game 5-2. Horton is way overperforming on the home runs. Look at it again, 4-9 right-handed off of Pizarro's card. 1-7, and he's got the power, of course, against the left-hander. And that is gone. For Willie Horton. Number 40. I think he had 30-something. Whoa, he had 26, 28. That's a lot of home runs to be overperforming with. He's in the leaders, in the top leaders. He's 5th in the American League with a big 40, big 4-0. It can happen, folks. I did not know that, Kurt. I did not know that. So Horton, now they're going to keep him in. They'll keep Pizarro in, see if he can settle down here. It's 5-2 Tigers. Here's the pitch to Matic. 5-7, left-handed, grounds to second X. Fuller, 319. Oh, that's a 1-3, S2. No real fault of Pizarro's, E19, 6-9-10. And that'll be a base hit, and that'll be it for Pizarro for realism's sake. So Pizarro gets knocked out, and he's the loser of record. He pitched 1/3 of an inning. Has not retired a batter here in the 8th. He's allowed 3 runs thus far, responsible for Matic. And Don Wirt will be the batter. Let's see who's coming in. They used Burkhart, Pena, Law, and Williams. That's like almost everybody. It's going to be Phil Hennigan coming in. Let me just confirm it. Phil Hennigan, a youngster who was brought up. Yeah, it's going to be Phil Hennigan. And he isn't too bad. Phil Hennigan only pitched 5 years. There's a lot of people like that. He died in 2016. He was 70. He died of lung cancer. So Phil Hennigan, a right-hander, coming in thanks to the scholar. Hennigan, the right-hander. Taking his warm-ups now. And here's Don Wirt. No outs. Matic on first. Wow, he's still alive. Kurt Miller notes he's still alive. Willie Horton. Okay, here's Wirt facing Hennigan. Hennigan from the stretch with Matic on first. The pitch to Wirt. And that is a 6-7 right-handed. He flies it to center. That's for Cardinal, 1 out. Now Jim Price, right-handed hitter. 1 out, Matic on first. 3 in on the 3-run home run by Willie Horton here to put the Tigers ahead 5-2 in the top of the 8th. Hennigan from the stretch, the pitch to Price. That is 2-9. Struck him out. Two down. And here's Denny McLain. McLain 0 for 2 with a walk. I think this is Hennigan's second appearance in our replay. The pitch to McLain. And that's 2-6, and he struck McLain out. So he gets 2 strikeouts, retires the side. 1, 2, 3, but there were 3 runs. On the 3-run blast by Willie Horton, his 40th of the season. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. It's Denny McLain. McLain has gone all the way. And here's Tony Horton. Then Harrelson and Brown. All right, McLain is ready. Here's the windup, the pitch to Horton. 4-8, right-handed, fly ball center for Northrup, 1 out. Now Hawk Harrelson, 1 for 3, doubled in the 6th. Two 6 right-handed. That's a ballpark blast. Oh my, it's deep by Hawk. Way back, and that's gone without looking. I don't know if there's a ballpark with a 0, but I guess no, there is not. There is one with a 1 here, but with Cleveland against Hawk Harrelson, the right-hander, that is gone. 1-2 gone. It was a 1. So it is a 1-out home run by Hawk Harrelson. Big hand for Hawk. Been a while. Been a while for Hawk to hit the home run. That's going to make it now a 5-3 game. That helps a little bit. That's home run number 15 for Hawk, and he's underperforming. He had 30. Home run number 15 for Hawk, and, well, it happens in Strat-O-Matic. And now it's a 5-3 ball game. I did not know that. Kurt Miller notes that Horton threw Brock out from left field at home in Game 5 of the '68 World Series. Here's Larry Brown now. Brown 1 for 3. The pitch from McLean. 2-5 right-handed, grounds it to short for Tresh. 2 away. And Vern Fuller steps in. Fuller 0 for 3, reached on an error. McLean into the windup. 4-5 right-handed, popped it up to third for Wirt, and the side is retired. But a run on a home run by Hawk Harrelson, his 15th of the season. He's 2 for 4 today. We've gone 8. It's 5-3 now. We're going to head to the top of the 9th. It's going to be Phil Hennigan again. This will be his last inning, no doubt. And Mickey Stanley to lead it off. Stanley, right-handed hitter. 0 for 3 and a walk. Hennigan into the windup. Pitch to Stanley. That's 1-7. Right-handed. And it's a base hit for Stanley. Hennigan has good endurance. He has 4 in relief. This is his second inning. Here's Tresh now. Hennigan from the stretch. Whoa, 2-2. And that's a ballpark smash by Tresh. I don't think that's going to make it. He's switch hitter batting left, deep. And no, it's caught by the right fielder. Hawk Harrelson, 1 out, a long out. Now Northrop. If you're looking ahead, it will be Eddie Leon. And then we presume a pinch hitter for Phil Hennigan. And the top of the order, Jose Cardinal with Cleveland down right now by 2. It's Stanley on first, 1 down. Northrop 2 for 4. And the pitch. That's 1-8. Right-handed. And it's a non-clutch single. Stanley goes to second. One to 15. That was to left. 1 to 15, 1 to 16. They'll let him go. To keep Northrop at first, 1 out. First and third infield back for Norman Cash. And here we go again. The heart of the order. Hennigan trying to settle down. The pitch to Cash. 5-10, left-handed, grounds it to first. Tony Horton scooping, stepping, and throwing to second for the double play. And the side is retired. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left. We're heading to the bottom of the 9th. Denny McLain has gone all the way. That's it for Hennigan. He pitched 2 fairly well innings. 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and no runs. That's the important part. McLain going for the win, his 17th of the season. Willie Horton Drive sits at the Large Service Drive and Canfield West. Isn't that something? He's got a street named after him. Thank you, Kurt Miller. Okay, here's McLain with Leon leading it off. He's 1 for 2 and a walk. Here's McLain. Pitch to Leon. That's 6-4. Right-handed, lines it to first, caught by Norman. Oh, nice catch by Norman on a hard line drive. His wife hit 7 children and 21 grandchildren. I don't know how I could survive with that. I'd always be worrying. I have 1 and I'm a wreck. Here's 1 out. Now there's going to be a hitter for Hennigan. A hitter for Hennigan. And it will be Ken Suarez. Ken Suarez, 21 grandchildren. My God. Here's Suarez now with 1 out, nobody on. McLain now. The wind up. The pitch to Suarez. That's 2-7 right-handed. Grounds it to short. And that's 2 away. And it's all up to Jose Cardinal. With the Cardinals down by 2. Jose 0 for 4. Baker 0 for 4. Tony Horton 0 for 4. Here's McLain. He gets the sign from Price into his windup and the pitch to Cardinal. 6-12, right-handed, fly ball left X for Willie Horton. 3-10, Willie Horton trying to get under that. 3-10, 2-3, that's going to drop. It's going to be a double. E10, 2-3-4. With Horton a 10. And an error. Whoa. It's a D2, E1. And it's a double and an error by Willie Horton. Sending Cardinal to third. And here's Frank Baker. He is the tying run at the plate. Baker, left-handed hitter. McLain trying to settle down. Baker 0 for 4. Here is from the stretch, the pitch from McLain. That's 4-7 left-handed, and he struck him out. And the ball game is over. He was not fatigued, but maybe close to it. And that's it. The final score is Detroit 5, Cleveland 3. The win goes to McLain. He pitched 9, allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. He walked 1, struck out 3, and allowed 3 runs. The loss goes to Juan Pizarro. The final line, Detroit 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Cleveland 3 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. We want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to Kathy Harden. Thank you to Kurt Miller. Joel Horlin, Ron McGrath, and everybody else who was here. It was a great freaking game. And I'm going to see about doing maybe another broadcast in a little bit. Not for a game, but about advanced Strat-O-Matic baseball, just reviewing the rules. I might or might not do it. I don't know. It's almost 4 o'clock Eastern. I may do it. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. And thanks for your company, everybody. Thank you, Ron McGrath. I'm going to be heading. Ron McGrath, I'm going to be doing a new broadcast. After all, I think I'll start it at 4 o'clock. And thanks if that's what you mean by staying with me. I sure do appreciate it. Take care, everybody. I'll catch you all next time. Thank you.